Hey guys, welcome back. So, I know this is a little bit late, guys, because I'm kind of late to the party on this one, but I got to go see the new Joker movie finally, and well, let me just be honest with you guys, I really like this movie actually for 90% of it. So 90% of it I like, and this first couple minutes of this is spoiler free. The last couple minutes are going to be a little bit more spoiler-ish, actually completely spoiler-ish for you guys, because it's kind of needed in a sense, because I really want to talk about some issues I do have with the film as well. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I will say this is entertaining. It's not good. I'll never call this movie good, because you're watching it from the villain's perspective. You're watching a villain. You're watching someone turn into a villain and pretty much be like, holy shit, what the hell's going on? So it's not that great. It's not a feel good movie. It is not a movie you're gonna come out saying, holy cow, the good guy won, or oh my gosh, this is great, this is amazing, I can't wait to watch the next one. And you know what, actually I am kind of excited to watch the next one if they do another Joker movie. But yeah, so overall the acting's great, the storyline is pretty good. I would say overall, I would say it is a good Joker storyline. You kind of learn a lot about his background. It is non-comic book related. You do not get to see the fact that he had a wife, kid. I think his wife and his kid left him, or they died somehow. I can't remember entirely how it goes. He goes to fight. He goes to villainism to get money, and pretty much loses to Batman. So you know how that starts out. But this movie takes place before Batman is Batman, and they put Bruce's dad Thomas as the main villain, kind of, or they're trying to make him the main villain. It really doesn't work in my eyes. Personally, I don't see him as a villain. I just see him as another politician there. I don't see him as a villain, and that's where it's gonna. I'll talk about that later on when I get into the spoiler section. But so the story's decent. The acting's absolutely amazing, and if that guy did that on his own and he did more of his own thing, holy cow, I think he probably needs to go to therapy after that. And I do think the Joker is a struggling character to play, especially if you're a method actor, because method actors struggle with the idea that they are no longer, that they turn into that person, and after turning into that person, they're like, holy cow, it's like a rough time. So that kind of happened, and I'm kind of worried about him a little bit, because the same thing happened to Heath Ledger, which was probably the greatest Joker I've ever seen. I think Heath Ledger's still better than the guy now, but the guy now is not fully into the Joker yet. He's not fully into the full submersion of who the Joker is yet. He's still in the process of turning into him. So yeah, I would give the movie, just so you guys know before I get into the spoiler section, which is coming up right after this, I give this movie about an 8 out of 10. It's good. It's good. Not great. It's good. It's not like Aquaman or Wonder Woman, but it's good. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, if you guys don't want to see the spoiler section, please stop here right now, because the rest of it beyond is spoiler, and it's been about a week and a half since it came out. So I think this is okay for most people who are watching. Boom. Let's go and start out with spoilers. Let me talk about the transformation in the storyline of actually the Joker himself being created is amazing. I love the fact that you see his mother, who is a lunatic, crazy, and is insane, keeps trying to tell his son that Thomas is a good man, even though Thomas fired her for being insane, pretty much. And then she tells her son, her son reads a letter saying, hey, he's your son, Arthur Fleck is your son, and he is like, oh my gosh, Mom, why don't you tell me? Then he goes to Thomas Wayne, he finds out who he is, and then he's like, holy cow, you're my dad, and he's like, no, I'm not your dad. Over and over and over again, then he slaps him saying, don't ever come near my son again. I'm going to get involved with what Bruce and him are later on, and what failures I see there, and why I don't like it personally, because I'm going to go on a rant about that in a minute. But so you guys see that, and then you guys get to his mother, who is a lunatic, crazy, who is his adopted mother. Now this is my problem. It is his adopted mother. Yes. I see he has all these mental illnesses and things like that. Like, for example, he sees things and he thinks things are real that aren't happening, and then he notices after a while that they are not real. The big thing is the fact that there is a female character. She's black. I forget her name. I don't even know if they really talk about her name that much, but you see like a romantic relationship between these two, and then you find out pretty much 2/3 in the film that never happened. Then he ends up killing her. And there's not much killing in this. There's about 5 deaths in the entire 7 technically, but 5 in which the Joker is involved in. 1 which happens on live TV. And this is where, so that all kind of happens, and pretty much, you know what I actually like? The Joker is saying this is not a political statement. So everybody thinks this is political, that the Joker killed these rich people because he wants to be political. No, the Joker killed these rich people because the rich people beating him up, and then pretty much he goes crazy because he's off his meds. And let's just say this right now. He's a lunatic, and he openly admits that. He's like, I'm not here to start a movement. This is not a movement. I am who I am. I am a lunatic. I am crazy. I am insane. People who are following me are following an insane person. They're not following someone that's like, holy cow, you're a good guy, right? No, you're not. You're kind of I'm a lunatic, and you're following a lunatic. It's nuts. It's crazy. I can't believe it. So, and it makes, actually, the mob look pretty bad. And it makes the cops more of the good guys in this film, because pretty much the good guys are pretty much like, why am I being attacked? Why is things happening to me? But that's kind of that part of the story. You kind of find out that he was abused as a child. He was never happy. Things like that. His mother, his adopted mother, just imagined him happy. Things like that. But I have no idea how his adopted mother ever kept that child in general. Because she was nuts. She was absolutely bonkers crazy, and she needed to be in an insane asylum permanently. So let's go ahead and look at what my biggest issue is. The Joker, Arthur Fleck, and his relationship with Bruce Wayne in this film. Yes, Bruce Wayne is in this film. I didn't think he'd be in this film. I like maybe just little to none. So, the first time you see Bruce Wayne interact with Arthur Fleck, which is the Joker, is when when Arthur goes up to the gate and he grabs Bruce. He's kind of playing around with Bruce, and then he kind of like smiles and he forces his teeth into his hands into his mouth and makes him smile like this, whatever. Makes him smile. Now, my core issues with this side of the story is this. So that happens, right? And then, so I'm going to kind of go over the story. And then, so what happens at the end is there's a riot. And so Bruce and his parents are trying to get out, trying to escape it in an alleyway. And then this one masked man who's in like a ghost or Joker mask comes up to him and shoots him. It's not the Joker, it's someone else. Comes up and shoots both parents and kills them. Because I think he's dirty, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because he's an elite. He's rich, whatever. And I have a problem with movies that talk about rich people because what do you consider rich? What do you consider fancy? They consider these 3 men that Joker killed at the beginning, at like the middle, rich because they were wearing suits. There are plenty of people who wear suits out there that are not rich, that are not nearly making enough money as what people think. So that's all going on. So here are my core issues with this. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this. Batman's actual origin story is the fact that he never will ever understand who killed his parents. He won't. Yes, there's people that probably have theories out there, and yes, their books have theories, but the true form of Batman, which is a continuous story of Batman, which is in the DC world, which is Batman never truly knows who killed his parents. That's reality. And the fact that is the most important thing in the world. That he doesn't know who killed his parents, and the fact that he feels blamed for killing his parents. Why does he feel blamed? Because he wanted to leave the movie, he wanted to leave the opera early, or whatever theater they were in. He wanted to leave early. So that happened, right? He wanted to leave early. After they left early, they were attacked, mugged, and killed. Okay, now, he feels blamed for that. The other thing is this. He will never, ever get true revenge for his parents. That is another big thing about his origin story. And that is why he is addicted to crime fighting, because he doesn't want anybody else to experience the same exact thing. He doesn't want anybody else to have parents that are doing that will lose their kids or whatever like that. And actually, you know who are great examples of this? He helped Robin and he helped both. Robin, so pretty much the first Robin, he wanted to help because his parents died, a mobster or something like that. So he helped them. And then he was like, because I don't want you to experience the same thing I did, which is never whole, which is never being whole, which is never understanding that you'll never be able to see your parents again. And I think that's a big ordeal because in reality, That is why that's why Batman is fighting so much. That's why Batman continuously fights even after the criminals are stopped, and keeps trying to find people. Not because he loves Gotham. Well, it could be part reason, but the other big reason is because he will never ever seek true revenge for his parents. So he keeps trying to find a fix, a success, a whole. I'm trying to get into psychology here, which I'm not very good at. But he's trying to fill that gap of revenge somehow, and also trying to let other people not experience that. And here are the big issues. Bruce Wayne is an incredibly intelligent man. He's very smart. Do you think he would be an idiot and be like, oh my gosh, the guy's wearing a mask? During the whole Joker fiasco, we know who Joker's name is. That is a big thing. No one actually knows who Joker's name is in the comic book, or at least Batman doesn't know who the Joker is. That is one of the things that have always been frustrating for Batman, is that he doesn't know who the Joker is. He doesn't understand who the Joker is. He doesn't understand Joker's origin. All he knows is who he is now. He doesn't know who he's before. He doesn't know his name. He doesn't know his Arthur Fleck. But now he does, because Arthur's on live TV. He literally says Arthur. He says Arthur at one point. And then people are saying, the news crews are saying Arthur Fleck killed blah, 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 whatever. So that all happens, right? So that ruins Bruce's story and Batman's story, and pretty much the fighting between the two, and the inner psychology that Batman struggles with is the fact that he doesn't know who the Joker is in his origin. And that's kind of one of the things that's been kind of like difficult for Batman to beat Joker, because he doesn't understand what makes him tick outside of Batman that makes him go, right? So he doesn't understand that, but now he does. Now he can. Now he can easily defeat the Joker, because he's like, oh my gosh, I understand. He's hallucinating things and things like that. But let's go ahead and continue on from that. The other thing is this. So, Batman knows who killed his parents. It was the Joker. So after he gets revenge on his Joker, what is the reason to fight, or to continue to fight? Because he would be an absolute idiot to not understand this. So after he successfully beats the Joker in some way, somehow, he doesn't need to fight anymore. He doesn't feel that need anymore. He should not feel that need anymore. In the origin story, he shouldn't feel the need anymore, because it's done. It's completed. He found the guy who caused his parents' death, and he know it wasn't himself, so he doesn't blame himself. He doesn't blame who he is. He understands it was not his fault. It was the Joker's fault. It was the riot's fault, because his parents were trying to escape the riot with him. Now, I did have a buddy of mine say, maybe he still wanted to leave. And I was like, yeah, maybe. But in all honesty, no, probably not. Probably not how it was at the end. And also, Batman's really smart. And he would know that when he was a little kid, this creepy guy named Arthur also came up to his front gate and put a smile on his face. Like, isn't that creepy? He would know that too as well. He would also know Penny's origin and things like that, and understand how he ticks, and actually understand how to beat him permanently. That's a big thing. I just don't like this whole origin story, this new origin style. And if this is like canon for the DC universe, film-wise, man, I guess mainstream audience would like it, but I'm going to say this right now. I think that hardcore comic book fans are probably not big fans of this idea. Because they don't want this. They want the true Batman. They want the Batman that has the addiction of fighting, because it cannot succeed and not, because he failed his parents. He felt like he failed parents, and he felt like he's failed his parents because he can't find the killer. But now he knows who the killer is. He knows who started it all. He knows who did this to him. And are we saying Joker is now so now the Joker is the origin story of Batman? No, like literally, I'm not kidding you. The Joker is the reason Batman exists now. But some other cool things are that the Joker has always thought Batman and him were all in a relationship, like almost like a family, like family members, or even like they were like dating or whatever. Like, I'm the better half of you or whatever. Joker, I think, has said that in a comic book or two, and I can actually see that now because of this whole psychology thing that he has and hallucinations that he has with he might have hallucinations with Batman in a better world, things like that. But overall, man, I like the film for about until the last 10 minutes of it when you see Bruce's parents die, because I'm like, holy shit. we know who actually killed his parents. It was pretty much the Joker, and it was always supposed to be a mystery. Because you know why? If it was actually a mystery, it'd be a lot better. Because you know what you could do? You could entire Batman movie about him trying to find who killed his parents, instead of actually making the Joker movie who killed his parents. That would be cool. You could make an entire side movie with talking about his parents dying and trying to like figure out who killed his parents and training and things like that. But now we know there is no more mystery to the death of Batman's parents. There's no more mystery to Thomas and Martha Wayne's death. And I don't see Thomas Wayne as a villain in this movie at all. They say he's a villain, but I don't think he is. The true villain is still the Joker. No matter how hard people try, I don't think that the Joker is not likable at freaking all to me. He's a psychopath, he's a lunatic, and that's how he appears in the movie, and that's how he appears throughout the comic books. Now, I will say it's a dumbed down comparison to comic books because it's not the full version of the Joker yet. For example, in Death of the Family or Death in the Family, I forget which one, because one is Joker killing Robin, the other one is just talking about fighting the Batman family, which is like Robin, Nightwing, Catwoman, I think, or not Catwoman, Batgirl, possibly Batgirl. I don't think Batgirl's actually that big into it, but you know what I mean. So, which is where he rips off a dude's face and freaking wears it. Yeah, he rips off a person's face and wears it. So, yeah, we haven't seen the full complex look of who the Joker is yet, and that is okay. We're getting to that point. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think? Did you guys see the movie? Do you guys agree with me that, the origin story of Batman's now screwed up to me? I think it was the worst origin story that you could do for Batman because it completely ruins the mystery of who Batman is and how Batman started out and who his killer is. There is no longer a mystery. In the movie series, at least. I think comic books will stay at where it is. I think it's better that way. So let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy the Joker movie? Did you guys get freaked out? Because I wasn't really freaked out. I don't think I'm a lunatic either. But really, it wasn't like I was like, oh my gosh, this is too much. This is too much. It was just a good movie. It was a solid movie with the ending a little bit too much for especially comic book fans who are more like, oh my gosh, this ruins everything. So let me know in the comment section below. Don't comment and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys later.